Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And this is the continuation of our e-learning program, and we are still on revision because the reason why I try to maybe concentrate much on this partnership, we have a lot of technical area that we need to master, and very simple to get during the exam and to get the full mark if you follow the rule and regulation. And because I believe immediately the lockdown is over, it's possible to start the exam immediately when we may not have enough time. We are still on the solution of a partnership, and if you are asked to prepare the realization account, remember under the solution of partnership we have two major accounts: realization account, the partner's capital account, and the cash or bank account. And whatever the question asks you to prepare, either cash or bank account, we still have the same rule and regulation. But on the dissolution of a partnership, if one of the partners taking over an asset, the rule and regulation is debit the capital account of partners and credit the realization account with the same value of the asset taken over. That is the value of taking over of an asset on taking over of a liability. That is, if one of the partner assumed to settle the liability on behalf of the partnership, and the rule is that debit the realization account, that is the value of that liability must be on the debit side of the realization account, where you transfer all the book value, old value of the asset. And credit the partner's capital account, that is on the credit side, you transfer the value of the liability assumed to that side. And to start with the equation, we have just to have the more knowledge of it. That's why we need to use this as a typical example. Soji, Biodun, and Ujo are in businesses sharing profit and loss equally. They decided to dissolve the business, and in this the old balance sheet given to you, and you have a Soji, Biodun, and a Ujo capital. This is the current account. If you have the current, and this is the current account, if you have the current account on this side, on the liability side, the rule is when you are preparing the partner's capital account, you transfer all these value of the current account of the partners to credit side of the partner's capital account. But if you have current account of the partners on this asset side, and you transfer it to the debit side of the partner's capital account, and this is the whole value of the asset given, and this additional information given. So one of the partners taking over motor car 3,000 naira, Ujo taking over other car at the rate of 4,000 naira. The investment sold, that's the realizable value of the order. Creditor settled in full, goodwill realized for 3,000 naira, and you have a 3,000 naira, and cost of the solution is 1,000 naira. And the question asks you to prepare realization account, and because of the nature of the lesson, and we don't have enough space to practicalize the preparation of the realization account, but I will explain in full. If you are with your biro or pencil, just rule the T account like this. The T account like this, the rule and regulation of this, that is the rule of preparing this realization account. The debit side is, we call it an old value. Here the credit side, we transfer the new value of an asset to that side. Now let's look at this equation. Old value of the asset, like the motor car, building, investment, stock, goodwill, except only cash, either cash or bank, should not be transferred to this realization account. And to have that is the examination tactics, the first, if you are asked to prepare something like this during the exam without missing any word, just pick all your biro and transfer all these figures here to this side before you move down to the additional information. Under additional information, and you have a building realized 20,000 is new value, you transfer it to this side. You have the investment, new value, you transfer to this side. Goodwill, you transfer it to this side, and you now move down to the what? The asset taken over. And you have Soji taking over motor car, 3,000 naira, you write it to this side. Ojo taking over car, 4,000 naira, you transfer it to this, the new value of the asset side, followed by what? What else again? And the only thing that remains, dissolution, that's a cost of dissolution, must be under the book value of the asset. Old value of the asset, that's why we call it a book value. Old value and book value mean the same thing, and you transfer it to this side. When you transfer all these things, and you now find out what's the difference, whether the old value and the new value are the same. If the one side must be greater than the other. If the old value side, that is the book value, is greater than the new value side, that is the debit is greater than the credit, means we have a net loss. But if the new value, the credit side, is greater than the debit side, we have a net profit. But based on this question, if you transfer everything perfectly, we are going to have a net loss. Here, when you have a net loss, if you maybe to have enough mark, not to, that is, in order not to create a loophole for the examiner to deduct your mark, and you have the balance carried down. First of all, calculate the balance carried down, our value there, and you close it like this, and you have the figure, and you close it like this, and you have the figure. By the time you close it, you now come to this side, you have a balance brought down, and you have the figure here, and you now use the what? The sharing profit ratio. You now share it, you now have net loss, you have a sharing of a what? Sharing of loss, and you have a equally, and between Soji, Uju, and Biodun, you divide the net loss by 3 equally, and you close the account. Now move down to the partner's capital account. Remember, we have 3 accounts to prepare: realization account, partner's capital account, and the cash account or bank account. To prepare the other account, partner's capital account, because of the space, you can manage to see, and you have a partner's capital account. Being that you have a 3 partners and you must have a 3 column, you have a Biodun, Soji, and Uju on the both sides, Biodun, Soji, and Uju. And when you have the first thing you have to transfer, that is, in case if the time is not on your own side, if you are rushing to beat the time, make sure you first of all transfer capital to this credit side, that is the liability side. This is a partner's capital account. You transfer their capital to this side. And this is a current account. We have it on this side, and you transfer it to the same side of your balance brought down of the capital. That is, if you have current account or the partners on the liability side, you transfer it to the credit side of the partner's capital account. But if you have the current account on this asset side, you transfer it to the debit side of the partner's capital account. And in other way around, it's either we have, if you have a debit and you have a credit, that is when you are giving the current account, they list all the name of the partners, and you have the debit and you have a credit. The one with the debit, you transfer it to the debit side of the partner's capital account, and the one with the credit, you transfer it to the credit side of the partner's capital account. And if, remember the rule, if one of the partners assume or taking over the liability, debit the realization account, and you have the credit the partner's capital account. This is the partner's capital account where you have your capitals brought down, and you write down the name of that particular liability. Either you have a bank overdraft or you have a creditor, you write it there, and you write the figure under the name of the partner's concern. And the issue of the asset taken over, motor vehicle, that is the motor car, and you have a Soji and Ujo, remember the rule, debit the capital account and credit the realization account. You already credit the realization account to fulfill the double entry principle, which states that all credit must have corresponding debit. The figure asset taken over appear on the credit side of the realization account, transfer it to the debit side of the partner's capital account, and you just write under the particular, you write the motor car, Soji and Uju, you write the name, the value under their name column. And after that one, this is a partner's capital account, and after that one, you have a net loss. If our realization arrive at the net profit, the net profit must be on the credit side of the partner's capital account. But if you arrive at the net loss must be on the credit side of the partner's, on the debit side of the partner's capital account. That's our net loss. And you need to hold on before you close your account. You go move ahead and prepare your cash account or bank account. To prepare the bank account or cash account, all the new, we have the new value of the asset, except the asset taken over. The new value of the asset, what are they? You have investment, you have a building, and you have a stock. And at the same time, we have the goodwill, we have a realized, and all this one must be debited to your cash account or the bank account. And what are the items that will appear on the payment side? We have a dissolution expenses. 1,000 naira will be on the credit side of the cash account, followed by creditor. The said, remember the said creditor settle in full. In full, and you credit, that is, the creditor must be on the payment side. While the other one, and to close the account, to close this account, the cash account you hold on, and your partner's account, you balance it. And when you balance your partner's capital account, the item that is, instead of write the balance carry down, if you have the carry down fall on the credit side, that is, you write a cash. If the debit side is greater than the credit side of one of the partner, and you write the cash. And the other one, if the credit side is greater than the debit side, instead of writing the balance carried down, you write a cash. And therefore, you transfer the cash to partner's capital account. That is, all credit entry must have corresponding debit entry. That is, if your balance carried down, instead of balance carried down fall at the credit side, you transfer it to the debit side of the cash account, and the same thing applicable to the debit side of the cash account. By the time you transfer the item, your account must balance automatically without any adjustment. If you have any past question, try to lay hand as many questions as possible, and if you have any difficulties, just send the message to the management, and your message will be delivered to me. I wish you best of luck whenever you are writing your exam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.